anything for pain. That's why doctors recommend Tylenol. It won't irritate your stomach the way Aleve, Advil, or Motrin can. For trusted relief, trust Tylenol.
Shop Etsy for original items like these personalized portraits under $75 or handmade earrings under $60. Crafted by a real person to match your taste and budget. Special starts on Etsy.
Have a great trip.
Do you think they'll be okay?
Honey, nothing's gonna happen. And if it did, your parents would take care of the kids. Our money, our house, everything would go to them.
Doesn't count. It's a solid plan, but what you need is a will. Luckily, Trust and Will makes creating a will easy. It's an attorney-designed official plan that states your wishes if you died, and it actually counts. Slug bug. Get started at trustandwill.com and make it count.
This is a story about the one who never stops. She needs a reliable partner, like Grainger, who works around the clock. Because she knows the domino effect is real. And there's never a good time for downtime. When it's all on the line, having the supply she needs makes all the difference. The industrial-grade products you need, all in one place. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
If you look after the Hurricanes, they will look after you.
This put the entire family in the crosshairs.
It's the New World Order.
Mobland, new series now streaming on Paramount Plus.
Welcome back. Natasha Howard with a huge double-double last night, scoring 18 points and grabbing 13 rebounds in the Fever's 8-point win over the Sun. She's hoping for another big game tonight. But, of course, the story coming out of that one, Indiana's Caitlin Clark, who left late in the fourth quarter with a groin injury, is officially out for this game. She's already missed 10 games so far this season due to a groin and a quad injury. Head coach Stephanie White knows her team has experience without its all-star guard.
You know, this group has played without her. You know, we've got experience in that. We know that we have a tough opponent in New York. We know that it's going to be a challenge no matter what, and we just got to get locked in and ready to compete.
Guys, it's going to be a really tough challenge tonight without Caitlin Clark against the Liberty team that's won 3 of their last 4. But, Lisa, how much will this injury affect her moving forward for the rest of the season?
Well, I really feel for Caitlin Clark because I actually had that injury 2006. And listen, I was heavily taped around my thigh, around my glute, just trying to make sure there was enough pressure to hold that groin. And the hard part is that the groin is sort of an area that you can't just touch and go, oh, it hurts right here. You feel it deep. You have to get a lot of deep treatment, whether it's ice and heat and rest. Well, can Caitlin Clark, she can't find a lot of rest right now because she's mid-season. But I think that injury is really tough because it lingers. No matter how much medicine you take, you can feel fine. You get back out there, one move, one change of direction, and boom, you're right back feeling that same type of pain. So it's going to be a tough injury that she's going to have to manage.
How long did it take you to recover from?
To be honest, Tracy, I play tennis, and I can still feel that injury linger because I don't know that it ever really goes away. You just learn to manage and play with it, which could also lead to why her numbers are down. Listen, the logo shoots the longest distance out there in the WNBA consistently, and that's going to take away from her lift, whether she's shooting three-point range or even further out. I remember struggling all season long in 2006 with that injury.
Wow. AJ, how will this affect the Fever going forward?
Well, as Coach White mentioned, this is a team that has experience playing without Clark on the floor, and they have a lot of depth, right? So it's going to be something where the players are going to have to step up. Ari McDonald, Lexi Hall, Leah Boston. You know, this is a team that has proven, even with the Commissioner's Cup championship, that they can beat really top-tier teams. The Minnesota Lynx arguably could be back in the WNBA finals this year, and the fact that they were able to beat a team of that caliber without Caitlin Clark speaks volumes.
Yeah, speaking of that game, the ball movement to me was on point, and maybe that's something that, you know, just gets a little bit quicker without her on the floor because she is coming off so many ball screens and operating with the Leah Boston. So I thought the ball movement was a little bit faster in that Commissioner's Cup win. On the other side of it, does Leah Boston get as many touches without CeCe on the floor? Because those two connect at such a high clip. The last thing I'll say, Lisa, is you spoke to the physical, journey that she's getting ready to go through, but the mental one is, to me, the most important. Seeing the frustration tears at the end of the last game when it looked like she re-aggravated that injury. This is a player that hadn't missed 10 games in 10 years before this season, and so also will be an adjustment for Caitlin Clark in her sophomore season. How can she handle mentally being out, being on the sideline, weathering an injury, like you said, that almost never really goes away?
Well, I think two things about that. One, remember, the money bag is Caitlin Clark. People have gotten larger arenas when she plays. So now with her injury, we've seen numbers go down before, viewership go down. And then you got All-Star game right there in her backyard, and you hope that she can get out there. But here's another thing that makes Indiana dangerous, especially for tonight's game. Sometimes when you don't have your marquee player on the floor, teams can play better because they're moving the ball well. You're not sure where the shot's coming from. And it can mess up the defense at times because you have to play everybody up straight. The pick and rolls, if they're executing and moving that ball, don't be surprised if Indiana can find a way to beat New York on their home floor.
Well, I mean, I think it's interesting because Caitlin Clark has not really gone through a season like this. When she played in college, she did not miss a game, and now she's dealing with sitting on the sidelines. And you mentioned the disappointment, the frustration you saw on her face. Who will she reach out to? Who will she get advice from? Certainly someone like you who went through an injury like that.
Call me, CC. I got you.
I'm sure it's extremely scary at this time and still a lot left in the season.
And it's expected, right, that now she's going to be on a minutes restriction for probably the rest of the season. Like, will we get to see CC play more than 30 minutes a game for the rest of the season? I'm not sure. I think the only positive thing you can for All-Star. Obviously, it's tough going to Indy and maybe not being able to perform, but rest. Rest is needed, and to make that second push the rest of the season. There's an expectation in Indianapolis to win a championship. They need CC to do it.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure there. Time now for our Wells Fargo active players to watch. The Fever will certainly look to lean on leading scorer Kelsey Mitchell, averaging over 19 points per game on the thing or two about.
All-star, mother, and the fashion icon of the game.
Find thing or two about.
All-star, mother, and the fashion icon of the game.
Find everything you were looking
I can rack up assists, whether I'm in a jersey or not. Ooh. My bad. What was the question?
I'm just trying to figure out who's picking up the check.
I got you big up. This time.
So tell me about these assists you've been racking up.
With the Active Cash credit card from Wells Fargo, I earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases. Terms apply.
There's this fascinating little thing called sex.
Beyond the Gates. It's a CBS Super Soapy Summer.
I swear to God.
Beyond the Gates. New CBS weekdays.
How did you all live like this?
Blow on it. Wait. Pump it. Come on. There you go. Go for it.
I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well. It's a little pill with a big story to tell. I take once daily, Jardiance, at each day start. As time went on, it was easy to see I'm lowering my A1C.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk.
Can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is really swell, the little pill with a big story to tell.
Lowe's knows rewards members save more. And now, during Member Week at Lowe's, all rewards members can save up to 40% with big deals on select products and home essentials. Join for free and save.
The gridiron is taken over by the Great White North. The CFL is on CBS Sports Network.
We Need to Talk on CBS Sports is presented by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
Welcome back. We're minutes away from tip-off between the Fever and Liberty here on CBS Sports Network. All-Star